Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to be here. This is gonna just be a little video about tarot. As you guys know, I've recently told you about my new tarot channel. So I've just got a couple of questions about like tarot, how I got into it, stuff like that. And I just wanted to kind of clarify for me what it is and how I got into it, and yeah, pretty much that. So yeah, if you're into that, please keep watching and we're gonna get into it. Also, before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying my content. Thank you so much. I love you. All right, so this is one of my decks, the Modern Witch Tarot. But I want to start by saying I know that tarot can be very cliche. Cliche is the word, or taboo, right? A lot of us grew up, or still even to this day, depending, you know, what part of the world you're from and what culture and background and religion. So many things play a factor in how you view tarot. And so me growing up, it wasn't normal. No one around me used tarot, or, you know, it was the typical, I would say typical American, Puerto Rican household. You know, it wasn't viewed as good or right or anything like that. So when I began getting into all these things, it was kind of like new for everybody in my family. It was kind of a shocker. In the beginning, first I got into Oracle cards, but yeah, I kind of like hid it from, you know, my mom and everything like that when I first was getting into it, because it was just a topic that I was nervous to share, that I was like getting an interest in. Because that was never a thing. I was always taught that that's like not good and it's evil even, you know, and like it's just not a thing. So yeah, so you guys know I've been on my spiritual journey, self-love, self-help, you know, mental wellness journey for a long time. But it wasn't until recently, I would say maybe within the past year or so, give or take, that I've been like into the tarot. So maybe like 2 years ago I started with Oracle. I had a friend and we, you know, spoke about it, and that was my first thing with Oracle. And then I wound up getting my own deck, and then I liked it because I feel like I would just shuffle, and any like message that I felt I needed from the universe, like my Oracle deck would give me. And I love that. I feel like it always resonates. Like, so for me, that was proof that like it's just a tool for the universe to communicate to you through, if that makes sense. So I started off with Oracle, which is basically just a deck of cards. It's not the same thing as tarot. It's a deck of cards. They have all different types of decks, so I'm not gonna like explain everything in this video. I'm just gonna kind of explain what it means to me and how I got into it. But yeah, there's plenty of different types of decks of oracles. Like, for example, I have Keepers of the Light, which are different, you know, spiritual, historical, religious even figures throughout history, different religions, you know, Buddha's in there, Jesus is in there, Mary's in there. And basically it just, you pull a card, and whatever you feel like the universe, you set an intention and you pull a card, and the universe will speak to you through the card. So you know, it's just basically a tool for the universe to communicate to you through, if that makes sense. It's a tool. So just like meditation, you sit, you meditate, you you know, focus your energy on, you know, receiving messages or, you know, stuff like that. The tarot and the Oracle is the same thing. I'm sorry, my eyelashes are driving me crazy. My eyelashes are. This eyelash is driving me nuts. It's kind of falling off, and then I have concealer on this contact lens, and it's literally filtering through my eye. So basically, yeah, so it started with the oracle cards. And I have 3 decks of oracle. I have Keepers of the Light, Work Your Light, and the Fairy Oracle. And yeah, it's just like little messages. If you feel like you want a little message throughout the day, you pull one, and the universe kind of speaks to you through it. And a lot of the time, like I was saying, I felt like it was exactly what I needed to hear. It was confirmation of like this next step that I needed to take, or something like that, or some encouragement that I needed, if that makes sense. So that's how I really started, and I really started believing it and enjoying it. And then I started getting curious about tarot. I have follow a lot of spiritual pages, a lot of, light workers and stuff on Instagram, and a lot of them used tarot. And then my teacher in particular, who I'd been working with for years, is a tarot reader. So when I saw the type of people that could do it, and it wasn't that stereotypical, person that we view, or like the intent that we view, a lot of times because of media and society and just false information, we tend to view this stuff as dark and evil and not good. But when I saw the type of people that were into it, I was like, okay, this could be something, or this is something that can be viewed as more normal. It's just not that way here, especially in the US. I started noticing like in Australia, it's really pretty normal, in a lot of other parts of the world. Yeah, one of my big influences and reasons why I decided that I could try and dabble in it is because of my mentor, my spiritual coach. She did it. She does it. And she's the most amazing teacher and, light worker. Like, there's no ill intent. Sometimes we look at it and we think that it's like, literally the devil's work, or like something evil, or like the intention is wrong, or you're predicting, that somebody's gonna die. These are things that we see in the movies that were like, it seems so scary. But it's really what you make it. And I learned that if the tarot reader is just like anything else in life, a Reiki, practitioner, any type of service that a person provides, a therapist, anything, if their intention is not good, then, you shouldn't be working with them. Same thing with tarot readers and stuff like that. Is like, you need to make sure that if you're seeking, guidance, that you're doing your research and you're choosing people who have good intentions for you and are pure-hearted souls that just want to help. You know what I mean? I've also learned that integrity and ethically with tarot, you don't want to go to a reader that's like reaching out and telling you, oh, I have something I need to tell you. Like, that's really suspect, and that's not ethical. And if a person is like in your DMs or something, like telling you that they need to tell you something, that's, for me, definitely a red flag. Don't do that. You want to go with someone whose intentions are well, and you're seeking their help because you trust them and you have some reason to believe that their intention is good and that they have something that the universe wants to share with you, right? Some people are just, everybody's intuitive. I always say this, but a lot of people are more in tune with their intuition. They're more tapped in, they're more turned on because they've done the work and they believe in it, And you want to go to people like that who their intention is always for the highest good of others, that they're operating always from a frequency of love and stuff like that. So I'm looking in my notes because I had wrote something when I was having a lot of resistance in the tarot. I felt drawn to it. I felt like I wanted to dabble in it. Even my mentor, she was like, she feels like I should try it and everything. And I just was having these really big mental blocks of like why I didn't want to do it. And then I had to kind of teach myself and like talk myself through it, which is why I wasn't really consistent in the beginning, because I'm like, why am I having all these resisting feelings? I was having all these limiting beliefs come up from, what my family thinks and just my upbringing, and is this okay and is this right? But for me personally, and again, I can only speak for myself as a tarot reader, it's not about predicting the future for somebody at all for me. It's about providing guidance from the universe that can help the person, give the person some insight about maybe next steps or what they're going through and how they can overcome it, stuff like that. So it's not about like, oh, I'm going to read this for you and I'm going to tell you that, your person is cheating on you and like, in a month you're gonna die. You know, like, no, that's not the type of information that I seek in the tarot, and that's not this type of information that I receive, you know. When a tarot reader is pulling the cards, they set an intention, or they should be setting an intention. They should be clearing the energy, and they should be setting the intention of wanting to receive the best and most you know, best messages of guidance for you. Okay, and then that's what they will receive through the cards. But it's 4:44. I feel like it's always 4:44 when I'm recording. But this is what I wrote when I was trying to come up with my own definition, my own reason why tarot is good and why I should work at it and provide readings for other people. So I wrote, what messages do you need to hear? So it's the messages and the wisdom that I already have picked out and specified by the universe through the cards for the specific client. So it's like, basically, you know, I have these intuitive knowings and this knowledge within me, right, already. And yeah, it's just kind of like I'm a tool, you know, the universe using me as a tool to give these messages. The same way that I write videos. The same way that I record these videos and I give you guys messages, or I record my podcast and I give you messages, or I write an Instagram post and I give you messages. This is just another tool, another way that I am giving you these intuitive insights, but a little more specifically geared toward a specific person. But it's all the same thing. It's all downloads. It's all channeled messages that I get that strike me, that I know I need to share with you guys. So it's just another tool, if that makes sense. What does this specific person need to know? How can I guide them? And what wisdom can I share with them? So yeah, those are the reasons and the way that I go about it and the way that I like to think about it. I like to think of it as like, I'm helping you. This is a resource for you. This is you know, another way in which I can help guide you. And if you've seen my YouTube tarot, my tarot channel on YouTube, Vanessa J Tarot, you'll see that I always there's always messages in there, right? There's always little, you know, messages in between, life lessons, guidance that I like to provide you guys with, that are relevant to the story that I'm seeing in the cards. So yeah, it's just like the cards are telling a story and the universe are picking out the cards, and I'm just like telling you a story and giving you advice, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty amazing. It's kind of like a phenomenon. Not really a phenomenon, because if you're watching this, you believe in energy and you believe everything happens for a reason, but there's really no way to like explain how it works, except you either believe it or you don't. There's just two sides to it, you know. It's like there's people who believe in it and there's people who don't. And if you experience it through a good reader and a reader with pure intentions, then you'll see that, you know, your mind will be blown and you will become a believer because you've experienced it yourself and you've seen it yourself, kind of thing. So I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm just here to explain a little about how I got into it, what it means for me, and yeah, I hope that explained it. Yeah, in the beginning when I first got into it as well, I would watch YouTube. Well, I still do, but I watch YouTube tarot channels for my sign. I don't know if you guys know you could do that, but yeah, you could like look up, you know, tarot, Taurus tarot reading for, you know, this week or whatever, or for your specific sign. You could do that for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. And I remember my mentor sent me one specifically for Taurus, and I was just blown away by the details. It was just crazy to me. So yeah, I started becoming a believer slowly and surely, and then I started dabbling in my own and started my YouTube channel, and friends and people that I don't know, you know, subscribing. Yeah, so it's just confirmation when people comment and they're like, wow, this is so true, you know, like everything you said is so true. It's just really cool and mind-blowing and nice to know that I could help somebody and give them a little piece of hope or a little piece of wisdom, and that it resonates. So yeah, I just like to think of it as special, specific guidance picked out from the universe, received by you through me. And yeah, guys, there's really nothing to be afraid of. There's really nothing to fear or anything like that. You know, I know a lot of us grew up thinking that it's wrong, but do your own research. And you know, if you believe in energy, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in spirit, God, whatever you like to call it, and you believe that you can receive messages and communicate, you know, to God showing you, you know, hints and clues and signs and stuff like that. This is all the same thing, you guys. There's limitless ways that, you know, the universe communicates to us, and this is just one tool that we could use, because there's a lot of ways. Again, it's like through meditation, just anything, number messages, you know, songs. And again, I feel like it's not something that I could convince you of. I'm just here to kind of explain, because if you're here, you're probably already curious, or maybe you might have some reservations about it. You're not sure, but yeah, I wanted to share with you guys my real story about it. If you're interested or you're curious, go check out Vanessa J Tarot, link below. I'm gonna actually get ready to do some more readings for you guys. I do them for the signs, and I will be offering personal readings very soon, so keep an eye out for that on my Instagram, Piece of V. I love you guys, and I think yeah, yep, the universe said yeah, that's it, we're done, it's a wrap. Celebration. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.